Welcome back to Smedley's Ranch. Friday evening, and I feel like working on this patch for the evening for a little bit anyway. I was just looking through there and I do, where are they? Yep, look at that. Got shallots to plant. Already grown. They were really nice this last year. I didn't get to utilize them, but there they are. I think we got some spots over there. Anyway, that's nice, isn't it? It's always something good to be had. Gotta get rid of these guys right here. Oh, come on. We don't want to do that. Come here. Ooh, doggone it. There's a moringa tree right here. We're gonna try and save him. What I'm trying to do is get rid of this guy, which is a huckleberry. It's for the little black berries on there. You see them? They're good. Just I haven't found much use for them myself. So, and if you don't get rid of the plant, it'll reseed everywhere. I actually never planted this here. It just kind of came from Gerber with us. There you go. But that's a moringa tree right there. We're gonna put that in a pot, and thing's not working very well, is it? No. Is it a wrap? I think it's a wrap. I haven't charged it, so I don't know. Oh well. There's another moringa tree right there. Okay, let me try to do this somewhat, organized. So all of this is tallest grass. This is some weeds. Purslane, which is a weed. Some tallest grass in all of these. One of these I can put that moringa tree in, one of those pots. The fabric pots, that's it. There's still some life in these wooden ones right here. The other ones are not so good. These ones look to be okay, so yeah. Some snips would be good. Yeah. That's what I need. Oh, easy. Where are they? I tell you. Must be on the back 40. I just saw one of my better pairs. Right. So, since I'm not seeing it, there was another pair somewhere around here. Wasn't there? It wasn't there. There's these, okay. In a pinch, is there another pair in here? No. So we'll just use these. Okay. All right. Uh-huh. Okay. Mm-hmm. Garbage can. Actually, yeah, garbage can, and I guess I can put the stuff in the garbage and then dump it in here too, and start filling up my trailer with garbage. Mm-hmm. I gotta. Anyway, just plugging along, you know. Things are going okay, it would seem. Okay. This is some halfway decent tallest grass, but it is not doing very well, is it? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna snip the main, see if it wants to we'll see how it does. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a spot to overwinter stuff if I'm waiting on my inspection to ask the inspector about the way I plan on doing the greenhouse, if that's gonna be acceptable or not. I've already got it pretty much. If you look back, I don't know how far, but I was putting the posts and stuff in and everything. So I have my idea of how I want to do it. Just not I'm not sure that it's gonna be acceptable. So I have to yeah, gonna have to double check on that. Butternut squash. Ooh. There's a couple more over there. I guess this one is for seed. It's pretty beat up. I'm try and eat this one. How about that? Put them right here for right now. Excuse me. Where's my tool? Right here. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think the goal for right here is to get it cleaned up. Probably gonna rock this plastic right here, I think. I'm pretty sure. Get this, I'm just gonna clear this, and I may put a pot or two in. Not a lot, not like this. Gets too overwhelming, right? It's gotta be workable. Gotta be workable, so. Okay. I'm being careful that I don't want to lace my boots unnecessarily, you know? With poop. Not unnecessarily. It's gonna happen. But yeah. Okay. Okay, that's gonna need to go, isn't it? All right. Pokeweed should go on the other side and get that out of the way. Okay. Johnson grass. Mm-hmm. And it's not gonna come to me. I don't care about it enough, but it's a flower. Very prolific. It reseeds like crazy. It's a common flower. It's not coming to me. but it kind of looks like comfrey when it's getting going. That's part of the reason why it's been able to make a foothold, because where it came from over there, I had comfrey growing too. And comfrey is a staple around here. I want to say burdock, but that's not it. It's something else. It's just not something it's not one of them plants that I'm very keen on. So, but once I see it and remember it again, it'll be there. Okay. Got a couple another butternut squash. Got some, let's pull this out. Oh, if I can. Jerusalem artichoke in here. Some clumps there. It's just a clump of dirt. Not that many. I got some more in the back though. What is this? That is, that is the enemy. And some of it broke off in there. That's a Johnson grass. All right, well. Pots in here too to come out. All right, move this. That's coming up. This pretty much everything is coming up except for these. These can stay here. And yeah, gonna have to. The good thing is most of this, it is plastic already. It's just remnant soil and debris, soil debris. What is this? Rabbit manure. Okay. This that was Miscanthus grass. What's over there? We got another butternut here. All right. Rose bushes. Be careful for those. Okay. There's another thing there. all this, what's over here, that's just overgrowth. That's it. Oh. See, here's another. That's crazy, man. To think that's not going to grow again is, I think it might. This is a big root of miscanthus grass. I don't see any life in there. I'm gonna go ahead and give up on it. I guess I could soak it in a little bit of water or something. But like I've been saying, if that was growing, it would look something like that. It should, somewhere. I mean, it shouldn't be just dead like that right now, because there's no reason for it to be dead, you know? So, all right. Just thinking, because if I'm gonna do this somewhat efficiently, I think you know what? I may not necessarily have time for efficiency right here necessarily, you know? It just might not be the case. And when I say efficiently, I'm just talking about what I mean is maintenance on what I'm doing. I was told by one of the inspectors, though, it's the time of year where weed height don't matter right now. It comes summertime, it's gonna matter again. So got to keep that in mind. That doesn't mean, so that means, you know, that's where the efficiency comes in. Saying get it landscaped to where so gonna have to figure it out. Yep. Okay. Put these over here with the other ones. Guess I'm gonna have some butternut for dinner, it would seem. Okay. to rub my nose in it a little bit. Wrap my mind around it. I think, yeah. Hey, fabric pots are gonna be, that's it. There's not gonna be no more of that, so I can combine the dirt that's in there into a few of my taller, these red ones, right? I think that's what I'll do. So, and over here, let's see. It's not that bad. In fact, it's like over there, it's not as much crabgrass. I may need to, yeah, I'll get everything off of the plastic, move a section of the plastic out the way. Probably, yeah, clean up as much of the crabgrass as I can, just to kind of weaken it a little bit. Get some plastic down, put it down again, and then rock it. And yeah. So yeah. And if yeah, I need to hit this to the back. Once this is clear, I can start, I can back the trailer up to there. It'd be easier to load junk onto the trailer from there and out, right? Okay. Okay. That will be the mission for this weekend. Hope I. Yeah. Got 2 fresh bins so I can get rid of quite a bit of it's just grass, right? It's not a lot of heavy duty stuff. Got to trim the rose bushes back. I need to cut that tree down, right? If I cut it halfway, see, I cut those down. Those are about as tall as that where the leaves are at, though. I mean, where the trunk goes are about how high the leaves were, and I cut them, and they kind of grow. That was 2 trees, and see how it's kind of growing short. So I think I'll let it do that. I think I'm gonna let it do that. And I don't think it won't grow as tall, because that's a year worth of growth, and that's a year worth of growth. Let on its own, maybe even the second year. Okay. I had some stuff to talk about, but I don't need to talk about anything. In fact, I had decided, I promised myself, if I ever get to the point where I have too much to say, It's time to stop. This process has been for working through my own stuff, and if it helps somebody else, good. Also, I think I told somebody that I was like, if I was going through what I was going through without some outlet of anybody wondering about me not to be able to see, it would be pretty weird. In fact, I can't imagine it, because in my opinion, I'm doing exactly what, I'm not saying this is absolutely, perfect, but I'm doing what needs to be done. So looking like that is, 'cause I've learned a lot from doing my videos and things, and I've worked through some things. So therein lies, a bit of a trap. I'm working on it though. I'm really am. Not thinking too much of it. Maybe trying to realize that I don't know. That's why it's good not to have the words, I think. Something I was thinking today quite a bit was words seem to be a lot cheaper these days, Maybe even actions too, but anyway. Just a couple things I want to touch on. Very thankful. But again, just trying to balance it out. It definitely ain't time to do no, celebrating or anything. It's good. Like I said, just gotta be careful. At face value, to me, it's more than enough to keep me humble. But that like again, that could be the trap, right? Right. Slay Goliath, and you think you're the giant slayer, maybe. I don't know. Not that I've slayed any giant, but I'm just saying. Climb a mountain, this and that. Anyway, I don't know what the weather ended today pretty nice, didn't it? Okay. Want to look at the weather. What? What? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. 75, 78, 77. Till Wednesday, we got some rain coming, so. After the 15th, we got frost. potential. 43, 42, 41, 44, 41. That's just potential. It's gonna ice over, but it's not gonna be the killer frost. That's about right on time. Right, November 20th and after. Usually, the zap comes somewhere around there. The good zap. So what I got needs to be at least in a somewhat protective place. By then, got a avocado tree right here. Moringa is definitely. Oh, cherry amoyas. Yeah. Okay. But tomorrow and Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and Tuesday. Okay. Well, okay. Really? Not you. Come here. You're the one. One of them is more I'm not you. Not you. No. Huh? Yeah. One of the Kalidas. Can't really tell them apart. Just I got to figure out how. I can a little bit by temperament. A little bit. One just he. Once I pick them up, both of them are fine. But one don't like to don't like it initially. Oh, I know how to. Yeah, this one. This one's a kink. It's got a kink in the tail. That's right. This tail's a little kinked at the end. See that? What was it? Kink and Sphinx, but I don't know which one. Yeah, see that's the one. That one's tail looks a little kinked too, though. We'll see. I think that one cries a lot more too. All right. Need to absorb what I got going on right now. Take a look here. Finish up tonight's chores. See how I look. It's definitely not about talking about it though. There's a time. It comes naturally, but I'll go ahead and say most of the time, just talking yourself out of it, whatever that may be. Yeah, there's a percentage. This much time talking about it, or ratio, right, or whatever, and much more time doing something about it. And yet and still, you're just, we're, we're bombarded with, right? Uh,
Long and short. Go close grip.
just all kinds of talking and showing, right? All over the place. It's all over the place. Even right here, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're watching it right now. It's bad. That's bad. Good thing is, you're not watching it. I'm talking to myself more than anything. So that's probably the best part. Case in point, like I just said, when if people are ever watching enough to where I'm talking and listening to me, it's time to stop. It's time to stop. People I need to talk to in general is in person. People I need to spend time with in general is in person. And if I'm ever doing any kind of meaningful content, it'll be a lot more structured than this. This is, you know, again, documentation, kind of processing. So there you go. That's good. I think I wanted to get that off my chest. I heard there's a channel or some, a TikToker, an influencer, whatever you want to call it. Intelligent, right? Well spoken, good. And yet and still you can just tell. You can just tell. It's crazy. And I think that's what, you know, got me to thinking. Never want to know so much that you know, not saying you'll never get it, but it makes it that much harder when you pick a battle and you could tell you could tell the person's tell the person's picked the battle. And not that I had the urge or anything, but you just know if you try to reason from a certain perspective from where they're at. Is, not that I want, just they're arguing with themselves basically is all I'm saying. And you want to say, hey, what are you talking about, right? What is, but no, no, I just block the account. Not even. I've been kind of on a block hype too, because I just need to see what else out there. Your feeds get repetitive anyway. It's time to weed some of that stuff out anyway. So he was pretty new to it, and the reason why he was coming up in my feed, because he's got interesting perspective. I was like, okay, so today he kept making some pointed statements, and I was like, interesting. So I looked at his page. I was like, okay. Then it came back again, and he's like, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, you may not know where a person's, baseline, where they're coming from, and that might be. That's a better thing, in my opinion, to not know where they're coming from. Okay. If I don't know where you're coming from, okay. And I have, not that I'm trying to figure out, but you're there and you're not coming from a place, and where you're at doesn't seem, one way or another to be where you got to make a decision about it. Okay. Right. And then someone they start coming from this place, right? And you're like, okay, that's where you're coming from. Okay. Right. And then when they make that clear, it's like, okay. That's a good thing about it being on the phone, right? It's like, click of a button. You don't have to take that in. Wonder where you come, why are you, doing that thing? Why are you doing that thing? And I'm glad it didn't waste much time there or anything. But again, it just made me start thinking about my own energy, perspective, where I'm at, the things I value. I guess it makes me value it more. Contradictions in a lot of places. Right? And man, it's so easy. It's so easy. Yeah. Success will do that to you. For sure. It makes it hard. Which might make a person like me afraid of success. It's been on the table. Time will tell. Can you be a success if you're a work in progress? Good question, huh? Good question. Or are you a failure if you never succeed? I've heard it said you're not a failure until you quit, though, right? So, probably not. I'll stop now. Yeah. Okay. Got a little bit of a short-term script to follow as far as like this weekend, right? Well, I think I got a bit of a game plan. I know how the weekend's gonna go, so we'll just take it one day at a time there. We'll yeah, put a dent in this. Hopefully I get going and get some real progress going. If I could put a good dent in it, that would feel pretty good. And I got my inspection anytime now, anytime. To where I get a good idea of how I can tackle it. And it'll get done. Okay. See, and that's what I like about the processing. I just thought, moving forward, set boundaries for the future as well, right? When success starts to happen, it doesn't mean I do more videos. What it means is I do less, no matter what, right? That's the goal. If this was truly for processing, hope, should by definition should be less time and need for it. So there you have it. All right. If this gets done, I don't go, oh, look how great it is. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. What I do is if I am making this, processing whatever else needs to be processed, or just doing some fishing or something, doing something fun or something. I don't know. But there you have it. There it is. Boy, it gets dark early now, don't it? 5:53. Okay. I thought that was my place. for a yard sale though. But man, it's a lot of stuff. That's humbles my situation. Oh yeah. But at least it's all out on tables and under tables. Multiple family yard sale for tomorrow here in Red Bluff. Okay. What? See him. Not you. It's always you, huh? It would. Well, good. Got an idea of what I'm doing. Processed a little bit. What more can you ask for? Mm-hmm. Okay. See you tomorrow. I gotta check my critters and yeah, get prepared for the rest of the weekend. What? Okay. Okay. See you tomorrow. Good night.